Good afternoon, Floss Tube. This is Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Saturday. It's the 27th of June, and this is Chart of the Day video number 56, I think. Yes, yesterday's did not get posted like it was supposed to. I was in the process of uploading it when my ride came to pick me up, and I thought, well, if it uploads, then I could access it from my computer at home. Only it didn't work that way, so it didn't get posted till this morning. So I haven't read any of the comments because I've been busy all day. So we'll cover the comments for yesterday, this morning's video, and today's video on Tuesday. So how are you today? It has been a fairly busy day here today. My feet are killing me because I don't think I've sat down once. And of course I wore my heels today, so I thought it would be quiet. So I wore my heels today and my feet are killing me, so I took them off before I made the video. Let's see. Do I know anything else? Reese and Abby spent last night. They're going to spend the night again tonight. I got home yesterday. And Reese was screaming bloody murder when I got home. Just screaming. And Dan had this kind of panicked look on his face, like, well, I don't know what to do. So he's like, I took her outside. We went for a walk. I think she's missing her mom. I'm like, it's almost 6 o'clock. She's hungry. So we had to get her bottle warmed up for her. And I think my sweater is inside out. I just put it back on because you don't need to see my arms flapping in the wind. So we're going to go with it. We're just going to leave it inside out. And we're going to go with it. So anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Bottle. She needed to be fed. That girl, when she's hungry, she is hungry. And she screamed and screamed and screamed until she got her bottle. Then she drank it down. I stopped to try and burp her. She did not want to burp. She just screamed and screamed. So I put the bottle back in. I finished feeding her, and then I burped her. And, of course, you know what happens when you don't burp in the middle. You tend to get liquid coming back up when they do burp. And she burps like a man. Woo! Just like a man. Loud. I've been drinking beer kind of burps. So anyway, we got her taken care of. And she was happy when her mom got home. Anyway, it didn't last long. She was tired, needed her, apparently she takes an evening nap, so she was a little tired, and she slept until it was time to feed her again, and then she went to bed and slept all night. So, not that you needed to know all of that, but I thought I'd share anyway. So we're in for more of that tonight because they're going to spend the night again tonight, and she'll go home tomorrow. What else can I tell you? I think I mentioned that Amy and Emily had adopted a dog and named her Charlie. And Charlie ended up getting sick and having to go back to the rescue because they haven't finalized the adoption yet. And so when Charlie got sick and they let the rescue place know, they had to take Charlie back so they could take Charlie to their vet. And Louie got sick then, and Louie was really, really sick. So anyway, Charlie came back this week and is doing much better, although she did test positive for heartworm, so she's going to have to undergo heartworm treatment. And she still hasn't been spayed, and she's in heat, so they're having a good time with that. That's about all that Amy had to say. She did get her dissertation sent in on time, and she defends it. If I am remembering correctly, she defends it on Monday. So, if you want to send up a little prayer for her that she gets through the defense thing. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I just know you're in front of a group of people and answering questions about your dissertation, and I personally would never have done that, so I can only imagine how scared and anxious she must be. So any prayers you might, or good thoughts you might want to send her way would be appreciated, I'm sure. Okay, so today's chart of the day is from Carriage House Samplings called Blooming Basket. I think this is really pretty down here. There's birds. Look at the little crown on that bird's head. It's cute. This was new. Was this new at market? This might have been new at market or new since market. I can't remember. But anyway, it uses DMC, and there's not very many. Well, actually, technically it uses NPI, but I didn't have them, so I just pulled the DMC. And there's not very many of them, so it would be a good project if you wanted to try NPI. There's only 6 colors, so it wouldn't totally break the bank if you wanted to do that. I had some of them, I didn't have all of them, so I just went with the DMC. And that is those colors. It calls to be stitched on 40 count vellum from Picture This Plus, which I am out of. Stitch count is 157 by 157, and so that would make your design size about 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. So it's not huge. On 28 count, 11 1/8 by 11 1/8. So I have some different fabrics to show you since I don't have the vellum. If you want something plain and simple, I have 40 count Cafe au Lait, which is very pretty fabric. It's a Zweigart. You can see the orange in the selvage there. And the colors would look very pretty on that, and it would be very simple. Because there's a lot going on in that picture, so I don't know that you need anything really bold going on behind it, but that would be very pretty. You could use Wren if you wanted to. This is a 40 count Wren, and it came in very, very gold. Usually Wren is pretty grayed out and kind of neutral. It's still golden, but it's not in your face gold. This is kind of in your face gold, but I think it would look good with these colors. What do you think? Look good with these colors? Yeah. Another color I thought would look good is, this is 32 count vintage maritime white from Lakeside Linens, so it's got green in it. That would be very pretty also. And this is a 28 count Legacy Lugana. So this one's a very easy one to find fabric for. This would be very pretty too. And last I have, what do I have? 36 count Winter Brew. And it would look good on there too. So, quite a few choices for you today. And like I said, that basket is really pretty. Okay, we need to talk about a question of the day. Which I had it before I started filming, but now I don't remember. So I'm going to pause for a second and go look at the piece of paper I wrote it down on. So hold on. I'm back. Okay, so question of the day, and you're not going to like it. but I'm going to make you answer it anyway. So, okay. So if you had to choose between skydiving or swimming with sharks, like not in a cage, I'm talking out in the water, swimming with the sharks, and not the nice sharks, I'm talking the killer sharks. So jumping out of a plane with a thing, the name escapes me now, parachute, with parachute, or swimming with the sharks, and you have to choose one. You can't say, oh, I can't choose one. You have to choose one. I wouldn't do either in real life. I would not. Neither one. Throwing myself willingly out of a plane, it's 5,000 feet in the air, not happening. Swimming with man-eating sharks, also not happening. But if you had to choose one, which one would you choose, and why? What is your justification? Why would you choose one over the other? Okay, so I think I would choose the jumping out of a plane. And the reason I would choose jumping out of the plane would be because I think there's fewer people that die from that than there are people that get bit by sharks. So I'm not saying eaten by sharks, but I think more people get bit by sharks or attacked by sharks than people who jump out of planes and die. I could be wrong. I haven't done the research. I'm just saying that is why I would choose the jumping out of the plane if someone made me point to one of those options. So I'm making you point to one of those options and tell me why you would make the decision that you've made. Okay? The reason I ask is I was watching a show. There's usually a reason behind why I ask things. But I was watching a show about swimming with sharks, and I'm like, no effing way is that happening. I am not swimming with sharks. Abby, I think, would do it. Abby has always been fascinated by sharks. She watches Shark Week every year, records most of it. No. So, which would you do? And with that, I'm going to let you go. And I will see you on Tuesday, the good Lord willing. And you guys have a good weekend. Get some stitching in. I'm going to try. I'm maybe starting a new project tonight. Land That I Love from Teresa Kogut. Mary and Donna and I are supposed to be doing a stitch along. They got their boxes today, so they have all their supplies. I have yet to choose my fabric. I think I know what I want to do, but I could be wrong. I could be. I could change my mind, and then I wouldn't be able to start because I wouldn't have it with me at home. So anyway, my hair's bugging me. It's sticking out over here. Can you see that? Anyway, so if you want to make a new start with us tonight, feel free. And you can tell me what you started in the comments. But you got to answer that question. So take care until Tuesday. Get stitching done, and I will see you then. Bye.